Hello, and welcome back to the channel. This is Mahogany Maxine, and I am bringing you another speed build this week. How are you? Welcome. Thank you for joining. You could have been anywhere on YouTube in the world, but you are here with me. And this week I am doing a spring cottage. It is springtime. The weather has broken. The sun is out. We are no longer in the deep dark, depths of winter. And I'm just really excited about the change of the season, better weather, the sun being out longer, impending summer coming where we'll get to be in the heat. So you'll see a lot of colorful builds coming from me in the next, few weeks, because the summer is here. And even though it's not here in my mind, summer is here because spring means summer is very, very close, and I live for the summer. So yeah, I hope everyone, wherever you are in the world, whatever time zone, I hope things are going well. I hope that with the daylight savings, if your country recognizes it, I hope the sun's coming out. I hope it's making you feel better and more at peace, because I know that the winter blues hit me hard. So I'm gonna bask in this win of having the sun out longer. I know that the springtime means allergies. I've had some allergy issues this week. You may be able to hear it in my voice. I tried to be properly hydrated before I did this voiceover, so definitely this morning I was sniffling and sneezing, and I took some allergy meds. I do have 2 cats, which I'm allergic to, but also pollen is in the air, and I do have seasonal allergies as well, which bother me more than my cats. I think the older I get, the more I think I'm growing out of my cat allergy. When I was younger, it used to be really bad, but we always had cats. So at one point I took prescription prescription allergy medicine when I was younger. But then the older I got, the more tolerable. It would just be like a little uncomfortable, but I could manage, especially if the house is clean and, the cat dander, the cats are well groomed and cleaned regularly, then I'm a lot better. So yeah, I hope you can't hear it too much in my voice, but I definitely was struggling. I did clean my cats yesterday, and it was very difficult. Leave a comment in the chat or a little cat emoji if you clean your cats. I only do it probably once a quarter, and it wasn't a full bath, so I wiped them down. I have these medicated wipes for them after I brush them and de-shed them. I have a de-shedder just because, again, I have allergies, and my partner also has allergies, so we really have to make sure that they are properly groomed regularly. But we have these gloves, these medicated gloves that are a no rinse, and they have soap and good medicine for their coat and their skin and their ears, and it was such a difficult thing to do yesterday. Typically they are a little bit easier, but yesterday, I don't know, they were both beefing. And one of my cats, Toppy, who's the younger one, he's typically super okay with me doing whatever to him, but he was not having it. And then Majesty, she's always been a little bit finicky about getting brushed and getting cleaned, so that was expected from her. But Topper, he gave me a run for my money. I was sweating trying to get him and trying to keep him calm and give them treats throughout, but it was very very stressful. So let me know in the chat if you groom your cats. I think that might be a little bit of a controversial topic. I don't know. I feel like grooming cats is so important, especially because they groom themselves, but when you live in a home, or especially if you live in the city, I live in a pretty busy city, and if I'm walking around, I come home, I don't wear shoes in my house, but if I'm wearing my outside clothes in the house sometimes, I don't know, I just feel like my cats are all over me, and if I'm outside in the elements, then they've been outside too by just, by association. So I just want to make sure they remain clean and healthy. So I'm a little bit obsessive about keeping my cats clean. Anyway, I digress. So as you can see here, we are building in the world of Hanford on Bagley. I actually don't know which lot this is because I named it pretty early, Spring Floral Cottage. So I don't know where this is, but it's in the mountains. It's in the neighborhood that's in the back left of the world. I don't play in this world ever when I'm doing gameplay. Maybe when it first came out, I did a little bit, but I forgot how gorgeous it is. And I feel like this really is a beautiful world to do springtime builds. at first I was doing a winter build, not on this lot, a different lot, but in this world. And then I gave up on that. And now that spring is here, I was like, oh, like a springtime floral cottage. And I kind of want to give this the vibe of this is like a rental, or, you know, someone's, you know, getaway home. It's not really their main home. They live, you know, maybe closer to the city in Henford on Bagley, where they're, you know, that's their year-round residence, but this is where they go to escape and just have a couple weeks of just tranquil, you know, cottage core living, you know, very Instagrammable, Simstagrammable time. So that's what I envisioned, and that's how I decorated it, you know, as though it's a rental, travelers are here, you know, maybe it's a little Airbnb situation. So yeah, it's not very family oriented, I guess you could say. It's just very functional. People who have green thumbs come here when they want to harvest some fresh fruits and veg, some flowers, and then also, you know, get away with a nice book and make some tea or some smoothies, or, you know, have a fruit basket. I don't know. It just gave that vibe. I would love to go here, you know, for an escape outside of the city, just, you know, upstate somewhere where it's a little cottage and I can pick flowers and pick my own berries out of the garden and go fishing. So that's the vibe I wanted to give it, and it's very colorful. I'm using a lot of things I don't typically use, and this is a little bit of a longer video because I was a little indecisive. I feel like I say that every video, but I was really indecisive about what to do, especially because I wanted to use things I don't typically use in my builds, especially with building vanilla. With CC, it's very easy to use something new each time because there's so much CC to choose from. But when I'm building vanilla, I do have my favorites, and so I'm trying to get out of just using the same thing each time or the same swatch. So just being a little bit more adventurous as I build. So you'll see me sometimes like go through 16 swatches, or not 16 because we don't actually have 16 swatches for vanilla, but you know what I mean, where I'm going through swatches after swatches and be like, oh, you know, the little bit of indecisiveness. So I hope that doesn't bother anyone. But yeah, this is the kitchen, and it's like a little nook of a kitchen and you walk right into it. I typically don't do homes that you walk right into the kitchen, but I felt like this was really appropriate for this style of home. A little older, has good bones, but it's definitely older style, so things are a little bit smaller and cramped in here. So they're making the best with the space that they have. And again, it's a rental, so, you know, I didn't change the lot type, so you can do that yourself. You can make it a rental. Maybe before I post it to the gallery, I'll do that, but yeah, I didn't change it, but I definitely was going with the vibe. I took it and ran with the this is a rental, so I didn't think about the practical, more homey, more family style building that I typically do. Like, you know, there are things that you won't need in a rental that you would in a more residential lot. So yeah, you'll see that throughout. But yeah, anyway, I am putting down some appliances here, and again, being a little indecisive. Now, I really wish we had more appliances, not necessarily like more items of appliances, but more styles. I'm so glad we got the appliances that we got with the what is it, Home Chef Hustle kit, or Home Chef Hustle stuff pack, or game pack, whatever it is. I love it, and I think we should get more of like different styles, you know, because I feel like similar to laundry day, I wish we had like different styles of washer and dryer in game, because, you know, in different homes there's different, you know, economic statuses or different styles. So like something a little bit more broken down, something really top of the line, you know, super fancy, and then, you know, something middle ground. And I feel like for everything that we have in laundry day and also with the Home Chef Hustle, it's pretty middle ground. So I would love to see something that's a little bit more beat up and a little bit more prone to, you know, causing a fire or, you know, breaking often, and then something super top of the line, never breaks. You can hear the fire truck. I'm sorry. I live in the city and the fire truck. But anyway, yeah, I feel like we should have something that's a little bit more, I don't know, like more options, I guess. And I guess beggars can't be choosers, because that was such a treat to get Home Chef Hustle kit, or Home Chef Hustle, whatever it is. I know it's not a kit, but whatever it is, Home Chef Hustle. It's such a great pack. I wish we had more options, and I'm always going to ask for more because I love The Sims and I want more. And with CC, we have that. You know, you can get a broken down stand mixer, you know, you can get a rinky dink stove. And I mean, even in game with the regular appliances like a fridge and a stove, we have more broken down items from City Living, I believe another pack we have. So like there are places in the game where we have it, and so I just wish it was a little bit more across the board. And I would love to see a refresh of laundry day and see us get, you know, broken down laundry and then some really fancy, you know, high-end Samsung style laundry assets. That would be really cool. And I don't know, but there's to wishing. So here I'm putting up some clutter by the door just to make it a little bit more lived in, and thinking about what I've seen in Airbnbs. I don't really like staying in Airbnbs, to be quite frank. I'm more of a hotel kind of girl, but when I have stayed in Airbnbs, I would see, not too much clutter, but sometimes you'll have like multiple sets of keys and definitely lots of plants and lights and things. So wanted to, go that route as far as something that you would see in an Airbnb. And, for the people who are staying here for the week or however long they're staying, The Sims, they have their clutter by the side table where they go out before they go out on the land and take their morning stroll with their cup of tea or whatever they have in this cottage area. So that's what I imagined. And yeah, I'm definitely not an Airbnb person. I feel like it's a good idea, Airbnb, but I feel like every time I've been in Airbnb, I've always been a little bit creeped out, and it's not always been the best experience. But in hotels, I always have a good experience, so I'm very much into being in a hotel instead of an Airbnb. But to each their own. Let me know how you feel about that, if you have an opinion on that. Anyway, we're moving on to the green room, sun room, plant room, whatever you want to call it. I use the tile from, I think, the greenhouse kit, I'm pretty sure this is from. I love it. I love the tile. I've used it in as a sidewalk before in a different build, but I love it in this room, just some natural flooring. I just think it's so beautiful. I would love to have that IRL. It's so pretty. The stone with the flower stone with the grass in the middle. It's just, I don't know, it's very elegant, honestly, and it's cool, and I'll probably keep using it. It's slowly becoming one of my faves. So yeah, we're putting some vertical planters in here with some other potted plants, and I would definitely wanted to give this a flower arranging station, so that if they are here for a week or renting for a week or whatever, they can make a little money or take home some keepsakes with the flowers they've picked from the garden, and they'll have them in their inventory forever or until they sell them. So I definitely wanted to give it that. Also, what you'll see throughout is I'm using a lot of gallery art. I think gallery art is something that is so underused in my builds, and I've used them a couple times before, but I'll definitely put the artists that I went to the gallery to get gallery art from. It is CC free, and it's just a way to enhance your builds with something different that you don't always see in the game. They're very, very talented, so you'll see throughout I have a lot of different paintings and art on the wall that is very springtime and goes with the vibe. So yeah, so making that clutter, and you see I'm going back into the kitchen because I discovered other clutter I wanted to use. I am getting better at sticking to a room and finishing it. I feel like that. I'm giving myself a little pat on the back, but I do feel like I am just being a little bit better and mindful about making sure, if I'm in the kitchen, finish the kitchen. And then if I'm in the dining room, finish the dining room. It's hard because I do get a little scatterbrained when I build, but it's different, because I usually stream, and streaming, it's more conversational, it's a little more casual, it's very chill, and so I could go from room to room, and I'm usually giggling and laughing and listening to music and kikiing with the community. So it's a little bit different, but I know when you watch YouTube videos, I know for myself, when I watch YouTube videos, especially speed builds or even house, like real estate, I'm really into watching real estate videos, like really into it. Like a lot of my history in my YouTube is watching real estate in different cities, Tennessee, Atlanta, all over the place. Anyway, I like that they give you a tour throughout the home, you know, and it's very holistic. You know, you walk through the entrance and then they take you into the kitchen and the living room. And so I want to give that vibe. I try to with my speed builds, but sometimes it's so hard because then I'll see stuff in the catalog and I'm like, oh, I could use this, and oh yeah, I forgot about this. And so it's a little difficult, and I'm definitely trying to get better. So let me know if you even care about that, but I know that I care. So I guess that's what's most important. But now you see I'm working on the yard. I did landscape kind of in the middle. Typically I don't know what I do typically, to be quite honest. Sometimes I do landscaping right after I do the exterior. Sometimes I do it very much last. Sometimes it's in the middle, and as you can see now, it's in the middle. So I'm doing the yard, and I wanted to get some of these planter beds over here. And this lot's very flat. I mean, this world is not very flat over here, like this area, but this lot is. And as I was doing it, I was like, I wonder if I should raise this. I ended up not raising it, but I definitely thought about it. So in my next few bits, oh, my cat. Oh, you can hear my cat. Hi, mama. That's Majesty making noise. But anyway, yeah, I definitely want to make sure that I'm using the terrain tools more. I have in the past. I have built on the gallery that I am using the terrain tools, and I just haven't recently. I think I forgot about them. I don't know, but I thought about it, and then that thought came and went, as you can see. But I cluttered over here quite a bit with lots of plants, lots of floral pattern things, and then some summer fruits and veg. I actually don't know if eggplants / aubergines are summer plants. I don't know, but they are in The Sims for me. I don't even know if they're in season in The Sims, so I guess we'll find out with gameplay. But we got some lettuce over there and some watermelon, which I'm so excited for watermelon season. I'm so happy. Hopefully I can find seeded watermelon. If you know, all the watermelon girlies in the chat, let me know if you like watermelon, because when you're trying to find a seeded watermelon, it is difficult, but they are the best tasting. But I'll take a non-seeded. I'm not that bougie. I'll take a non-seeded watermelon, but I prefer seeded. But I'm very excited for the summertime so we can get our melon fruits. But yeah, playing with some terrain paint here and making it a little just more rustic, and you know, as though like lots of traffic, and putting some grass here. So I definitely wanted to give it overgrown. You know, spring has sprung, stuff is growing back, and it's a little unkept because, you know, the winter just passed. So, you know, we're letting things grow a little bit before we manicure it, which I feel that matches real life. I feel like, I know for me, even though I live in the city, we do have a little bit of a yard, like a very little small yard in the front. And because the winter just left, things are starting to grow back. Things are starting to, you know, get healthy again. We're not manicuring anything just yet. We're not doing any kind of mowing on the lawn. We're just going to let it grow until it's healthy enough and, you know, robust enough, and then go in and manicure it. So that's kind of the vibe I wanted to give over there. And we do have a little house for a llama or a cow, which would be very cool in a rental to have a pet cow. Like, you know, just go outside in the rental and be like, oh my goodness, the cow's here. I don't know, I feel like that'd be really cool. Yeah, and then a little chicken coop as well, so that while you're in your rental, a part of the experience is getting some fresh eggs. I don't know, I had a whole moment of like imagining this world in which you go to this getaway retreat where you get to play with chicken, like you have your whole cottagecore fantasy. I don't know, you pay for some experience, some aesthetic experience where you're picking your own eggs, you're picking your own fruit and veg, and you're playing with chickens. And I don't know, I feel like that exists somewhere, because I know there's all types of like worlds, not worlds, but like amusement parks. I don't know what they would be called, but in like Virginia, for example, Colonial Virginia, you can go to Colonial Virginia, stay on the grounds and like live like they lived during the colonial times and churn your own butter and, you know, wear long skirts and cover your hair and do how they did back then. So that exists. So I feel like this exists where you can go to a farm, live on the farm, do as the farmers do, and it's like an experience you pay for. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm like off for that, but I really do feel like that is a thing. So anyway, I digress. This voiceover, I feel like anytime I do a long voiceover, it becomes so unhinged, but these are the things I think about, which is why I typically just give y'all music, because you just gotta listen to me rant about my thoughts. Anyway, yeah, we're doing some terrain paint here. I at first wanted to do actual tile, but then I was like, I really like this pebbled flooring terrain paint, and I didn't want it to look too perfect. I wanted it to look a little bit like, you know, like it's been lived in, that the terrain is really, you know, I don't know, trampled on or been stepped on quite a bit. So I definitely ended up just using the terrain paint. Try to be better with the brushing. It is a little bit hard with terrain paint, but definitely did my very level best, and putting a lot of flowers, a lot of the same flowers we put in the back, and then using some debug as well to just fill it out and make it more robust. I love the debug flowers in the little like wood pots. I think it's just so cute and very realistic. I've seen things like that before, especially if you live in a city that has a lot of green space. They have, you know, flowers that are in pots around that are maintained by like the municipal people, I guess. But anyway, yeah, playing with some terrain here. And I almost wanted to do a water, like a water park, a water feature, like a nice little pond or something, but I feel like I didn't have enough space. I went back and forth, and so I ended up just not doing it. So I did skip over some footage because I ended up not doing it. So you'll see a cut in a moment. And then putting up some sunflowers, which I forget we have sunflowers in the game, and they're so pretty and so cute. So I definitely am gonna use them more in a few builds coming up. Oh, and speaking of that, thank you for everyone who participated in the poll that's on the community tab. It's still up. I was asking about if you care to see my old builds, my long lost builds, my builds that I've abandoned, that I've recently been wanting to revisit and just finish them, because there's some that I really like that I just, you know, gave up on for whatever reason, you know, whether it just was timing or I forgot about it. And I was looking through one of my old save files and I was like, oh, I forgot about this build. Oh, I would love to like share this with people on YouTube. So that series will be coming up soon. I'll be starting with one build and taking it from there. Will be a little cam on action and just talking about the build and then finishing it, which is something that I don't know if you know other builders in the community at all, if you have a lot of builds that are just half done. I know I've talked about that before, but I'm going to finish what I've started, especially the ones I really like, so I can share them with you all and get them on the gallery. So yeah, thank you for participating in that poll. So now we are working on the side yard / backyard. So on the other side of the backyard, we have the garden, we have the shed for the cow or the llama, and the chicken coop. And then this side, this is more social. So, you know, having a little picnic out here, morning breakfast, or, you know, anything. So I wanted to have an area, a nice seating area out here on this side, after I decided to not put a pond. So yeah, give a little seating area, a nice place to have a little photo shoot too, a little Simstagram photo shoot. This little bench is so cute, especially with the rock path there. So I could definitely see some cute little photos happening, you know, for your Simstagram. And yeah, I wanted to put a little more terrain paint and make it, you know, again, a little bit more, you know, dusty, dirty, but still pretty and nice. So that's what we're doing. And then some more overgrownness over here. And then I forgot that we had mosquitoes and bugs and things. I really forgot, and I'm so excited. I am probably gonna play in this a lot. When I saw that we had mosquitoes and bugs and stuff, I was like, oh my goodness, I forgot about this. And I'm excited to put it back in the game and experience this. So I definitely want to play this. And if you do play it, let me know how that goes. Just so to just, you know, I don't know, mix it up a little bit. And I think that is so nice that that realism is in the game, and I can't believe I forgot about it, but it definitely is something I look forward to playing, and playing this slot as a rental. So I'll probably take some of my Sims that I have. I play a lot in Evergreen Harbor. That's like one of my favorite worlds to play in, next to Cooperdale, next to San Sequoia. I feel like I have a lot of faves, but right now I've been playing for leisure in Evergreen Harbor with an LP that I did on Twitch for a while, and I've been playing it just in my own private time. And yeah, so it's in the same save file, so maybe we'll do like a nice getaway with that family, and get them to come out here. So yeah, doing some more landscaping, giving it a little bit more, you know, grassy, overgrown. I feel like with a lot like this, I can't overdo it, so I definitely went ham with the with all the plants and stuff. I feel like this is like the perfect opportunity. There are times where I feel like, oh, this is too much, this is too overgrown, but I feel like for this lot, there's no such thing, because it's so lush and plentiful over here, like in the surrounding area, so it doesn't look out of place at all. Unlike when I'm building in Willow Creek, where I'm like, oh, this is too much, because the rest of the world doesn't look that plush sometimes, or that lush, I mean. So yeah. On the side note, did anyone see the leak pics of Cafe Renee? I mean, not Cafe Renee, oh my goodness, Project Renee. Like the leaked photos of what the Sims are supposed to look like. Anyone? I saw them on Twitter, and I feel like a lot of people have. And if it is the true, you know, sometimes with the Sims leaks, it's just, you know, it's just the Sims putting it out, like a guru mistakenly putting it out, quote unquote, mistakenly. And so if that is it, I'm very skeptical about how it looks aesthetically. I don't know. It looks very much like Sims Mobile, which I've never played Sims Mobile. So that's different. And if you do play Sims Mobile, let me know. I've never played it, and so it's one of those things where I don't know if I like the way it looks. If that is actually what it's supposed to look like, I'm a little bit afraid. I'll definitely still play it, but I love the way the Sims 4s look. I like that it, you know, we've gone in a more realistic direction. It still, you know, still looks like a video game though, so it's not super, you know, hyper realistic, but I'm super excited, but I'm also super skeptical about what Project Renee is going to look like. So let me know in the comments if you've seen it and if you know what I'm talking about, and if you like the style, or if you even play Sims Mobile and you like that style, because it looks like Sims Mobile with a step further, you know. So anyway, moving right along. As you can see, we are working on the living room, and you know, I wanted to give it, again, not too lived in, because Sims do not live here year round, but definitely still cozy, have all the things you need. And then for those cold spring nights, because you know, springtime, depending on where you are, I'm in the Northeast, so depending on where you are, it can be nice and warm during the day, but when it gets to the night, the temperatures drop. So having a nice little place to heat up by the fireplace would be very cute for your Sims. And then a nice little reading nook by this window. I just love this lot. I'm so excited to play on it, and you know, not just play on it as a play test, but actually play on it. This is probably one of my faves, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that I don't build in Henford on Bagley a lot, and so every time I do come to Henford on Bagley, I'm reminded of how absolutely stunning this world is and how cozy it is. And yeah, so I'm excited. Let me know if you like this style, if this is like your personal fave. And I'm very curious, because I know all of us have our different play styles. So now I'm putting in some clutter. I wanted to put in, you know, mostly skill building items. So I ended up going with a bookshelf, I believe, over here. I think I bring the bookshelf that is in the corner to the left. And then, yeah, okay. Yeah, so some skill building items. in the room, so that while your Sims are on vacation, they can still relax and find inspiration artistically or through reading, build their skills up. And a little TV, like an old school TV. I didn't want it to make it the centerpiece of the room because this is a rental vacation lot, I guess. And when you're on vacation, I don't know about you, when I'm on vacation, I don't really watch a lot of TV. I do a lot of sleeping and a lot of exploring. I only like watch TV like while I'm getting ready, maybe like have it on in the background. But anyway, I putting up some more of that beautiful art that I was talking about from the gallery. And now we are moving on to the bathroom. This is the downstairs bathroom, just a little half bath. I love the high school years. I think that's high school years. No. This is from what is it? Is this San Sequoia? I don't know, wherever this wallpaper is from. Love it. One of my faves. I use it quite a bit, and I'll never stop using it. It is absolutely gorgeous. I love the paint. I love the tile. I think it's beautiful, and I love the new tile from For Rent. Matches really nice. It doesn't match perfectly, but I love that the blue green with the light blue and the dark blue and the white looks really good. So now we are working on the upstairs, and as you can see in the upstairs, it is trying to just keep the same vibe of this checkerboard, pastel, light colored wallpaper. I definitely wanted to keep that same vibe upstairs and then do the same wallpaper in the bathroom as well. And because I feel like I didn't want to make it too personal. Unlike when I build for family homes, I do a little bit more stylistic, what would the sim that I have in mind have in their bathroom, what would their style be, etc. But I feel like for this, I definitely wanted to just keep it uniform, but still very cute, very cottagecore, and spring inspired. So I typically don't even show my bathrooms, at least all of them, when I build. Let me know if y'all care about that. I know some people do, because I think decorating bathrooms is definitely a lot of fun. It can be. For me, I put some thought into it, but when I'm building with non-CC, I feel like I don't put that much thought into it. Like if I'm building vanilla, it's not going to be the focus of my build. So when I'm building with CC, I feel like I get more detailed with the bathrooms just because there's a lot of fantastic CC just CC decor, CC clutter, and things like that. So anywho, now I'm working on one of the bedrooms, which I'm using this beautiful bed from the Horse Ranch pack. I love this bed. I love every single swatch of this bed, and I think it looked really good with this, bluish greenish wallpaper, and yeah, keeping it pretty simple, but definitely still the cottage vibe. Wanted to give it the same vibe as the rest of the home, and I think this is a very comfortable for a rental. I rarely put the beds against the wall, so let me know if y'all care about that. Like if you do in the middle, I'm so used to putting beds in the middle so that it's so much easier for the Sims. If there's two Sims sleeping in one bed, they can get in. I know they can get in if it's against the wall. It's just sometimes a lot harder, and y'all know the Sims do whatever they want. They will, you say go here, go left, they go right. You say go to sleep, they say I'm going to go to swim. They will do whatever they want. So sometimes when it's in the middle of the room and there's space on both sides, it's a lot easier. But anyway, I put it against the wall to make more space, and I think it just looks more cozy that way, realistically. And yeah, working on this room, or this little area, this little nook with the computer, little tea over there. I don't know, I feel like that's just like a good vibe. A little piano, and by a little piano, it's a big piano. This piano is gorgeous. I love that we got it with the Horse Ranch. I love all the swatches, the beat up swatches. I don't want to say they're beat up because they don't look beat up. They just look distressed. That's the better word, distressed swatches. And then yeah, a nice little dresser. And yeah, this room came out really nice. If I were staying in this home, I would probably want to stay in this room, just because it overlooks the side garden and also like the side of the hill, which is nice. And now we're working on the pink room. I feel like this is very romantic, country romantic. I couldn't figure out which bed to put in here. I was going through every bed that I love, and I was like, none of these swatches really work. And then I remembered this high school year's bed, which I love. I love this swatch. At first I was like gonna try to find a different swatch, but I was like, no, I love the pink. The pink matches perfectly, and this is just gonna be the pink room. I just committed to everything being pink. A lot of pink accents, light pink and light whites, like a auburny white and things like that. So I said auburn white. What I meant is like an eggshell, not auburn. Oh my goodness. But yeah, we are getting some decor in here. I went back into the hallway because I felt like the hallway needed a little bit more pizzazz. And in here, this is a pretty simple room. Similar vibe, it's just a dresser with a mirror, and then some luggage. I wanted to put throughout to remind myself that this is a rental and, you know, people are just kind of traveling through, staying for a couple days or even a week or what have you. But yeah, thank you all for joining. I had so much fun building this. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you're excited for spring, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We are growing, and I'm just so fortunate to be doing this. I feel like this is so much fun. I've always wanted to have a Sims channel, and I now do. It's like I manifested this and I'm doing it. So keep building new builds weekly, and yeah, if you have any suggestions, leave it in the comments below, and I look forward to it. Enjoy the screenshots and have a wonderful week ahead. Bye guys.